Hello and welcome, my detective Leaves. So, Digimon Ghost Game has ended a few weeks ago. And as I said in my final review of it, I have an idea how a sequel could look like. Because I think, with how it ended, it really does need a sequel. There's a lot to establish here, and this is my idea for it. I hope you enjoy this. So, I will call this sequel Digimon Detectives. And the detective part will be important. Because the main characters are detectives. Would have thought that. But yeah, what I always wanted to see in a Digimon anime specifically could also work as a manga. A game, maybe, but is a world where it's the real world and the digital world working together. Like, it's known already. Digimon are nothing new. It's kinda typical for everyone having a Digimon partner. And the end of Ghost Game actually did set this up. They want to create a new country where humans and Digimon live together. It's not quite the same because it's not set in the human world. But it's set in a world in between the two, according to Quantumon. If I understood that correctly. Might be weirdly phrased though as well, but yeah, it does play in this new country established by Hiro, Ruli, and Kyo. And it plays about 20 years later. So yeah, that's Digimon Detectives. Let's get into the story. A bit, at least. Now, with Digimon Ghost Game being very episodic Monster of the Week, like, I kind of want to keep that up, though I want to sprinkle in the overarching plot a bit more. The way I would do the Monster of the Week stuff, though, is because Digimon are already known, there's no mystery if you just put the Digimon there. But they are detectives, so there should be a mystery. So every time they kinda wanna solve a case, the way they need to do it is to hunt down a so-called Digimon ghost, which is a callback to a hologram ghost. But, well, hologram ghosts were Digimon, so that's out of the window. But the way it works is something happens, but the Digimon is not known that does it. It's definitely a Digimon, that much is known, but it's kind of that unseeable, glitchy thing, typically, that people see. Can't really describe it. So, the group of 3, at least for now, there will be an extra later on, maybe 2 even, working for that detective agency, also called a DDA, a Digimon Detective Agency, because that sounds kind of cool. They have to first find out what kind of Digimon it is. And with the new style of Vital Bracelet, it will also come as a toy, of course. They can, if they found out what Digimon it is, unghost it? I don't have a term for it, like, they lift the glitchy mist thingy and then see the actual Digimon. And can also battle that actual Digimon there. Which they couldn't before, because that glitchy mess is basically just only half existing in our world. You cannot really touch it and anything, so yeah. Most episodes work like first part, find out what Digimon it is, setup of what actually happened. Second part is the battle against the Digimon itself and the episode's epilogue. So yeah, that's how that will work. But while I said 3 and later on 4, maybe 5, they technically aren't alone. I want to up the age of the protagonists a bit more, making them more like 16 instead of 14, because I don't know, it would fit here, because they are working and 16 still is a bit young for work, but yeah, they also need to be kind of rookies. And the detective agency they work for is of course owned by an older guy. And yeah, in his 30s or something. It doesn't really matter how old exactly he is. He is an ace detective, but, well, he leaves those little cases to his assistants, or pupils or whatever you want to call them, while himself handling the bigger thing. And of course he has a Digimon partner as well. And all Digimon partners obviously will be new Digimon, because that's just how these shows go. You need to market something new after all. But there will also be police, of course. Police is also solving Digimon crimes and stuff. Kind of like in Digimon Seekers, if you think about it. At least as far as we know how that goes, because Digimon Seekers doesn't have that many chapters while I'm recording this video. But yeah, they solve Digimon crimes as well, and instead of the detectives and the police being rivals, I think it's more interesting and more fresh if they have a more friendly relationship, helping each other if need be. Because they kind of always are rivals. There are some cases where that's not the case, but those are rare, and we need more of that. Because the rival stuff, while could be interesting, is overused. You could still sprinkle in some young policemen, in training policemen, that have a bit of a rivalry going on with the main characters, but not in the way of like hating them, just like wanting to show, hey, I'm better than you, but you're still good. But that's for the setup. Of course, the actual story behind it is that despite the Digimon ghosts being weird already, there's something more weird going on. There will be some cases where unknown Digimon appear. Or are they even Digimon? Because they are kind of digital life forms, but not really. It doesn't really fit the usual Digimon signals and stuff. So yeah, there's a mystery going around that, and they have to fight a lot of these weird things. And it turns out that the devourer of all is approaching faster than Gulus Gamamon said. The way it does that is it basically figured out how to send pieces of itself through space faster. And thus they fight pieces of that devourer time over time. And I think they should do that because, like, we want a conclusion to that devourer stuff. And while it would be interesting to have a series that's set 2000 years after our series now, after Ghost Game, I think waiting that long would take off the opportunity to actually have Hiro and the others in the show as well. And while I wouldn't put them as main characters, they will appear from time to time as their adult selves, because, well, that's interesting, isn't it? But yeah, this will, of course, lead to the finale of the show at one point. And in that finale, our new characters, as well as Hiro, Kyo, Ruli, and I think Kotaro, who teamed up with Espimon, would be neat, because I think they would make a great team, all come together to fight that big devourer. And of course, Proximamon should be in this fight as well, because, yeah, please, the last episode of Ghost Game kind of didn't give us the Digimon we expected to see, which was weird because they really should have. But yeah, that will be the huge final battle and the end of Digimon Detectives and the Digimon Ghost Game storyline as well. All combined into this neat little epic huge battle where basically everyone who has a Digimon partner also will take place in some fashion. Probably there are those little devourer thingies popping up everywhere and they fight those, while the main body is fought by the new characters and Hero's crew. Something like that. Sounds great. That's definitely something I would want to see. So now it's on you. Tell me what you think about this idea. Do you have something to add? Do you do something different if you would be able to do a follow-up to Digimon Ghost Game? The comments are your field of battle. And don't devour them, but please click on them maybe? Yeah, I'm talking about the like, subscribe, and little bell buttons up there. No, not up there. They're down there. And also down there are links in the description to my Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, where I post stuff, keep you updated, all the good things, to my merch store, as well as to my Twitch, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Fridays is Digimon time right now. So I hope to see you over there as well. And until next time, bye-bye!